Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ryder Obvious's first time having multiple cameras. I'm actually doing a comparison of these cameras this morning. I want to see which one is better. I saw those flashing lights up there and thought it was a stopped vehicle and thought I could get over real quick and be sneaky, but at least I got the whole shot out of the deal. So let's see how these two cameras go. We'll try to keep them in perspective. The camera on my left is my original SJ4000 action cam. It does 1080p at 30 frames per second. The camera on my right is a new, I can't even really find the brand name or one that I can pronounce. It's a Chinese knockoff, 4K. They're all so different that it's not even fair to really say which one it is. It's like a SDV action cam. Kind of odd. Anyway, so it was cheaper than the SJ4000, but does 4K at 30 frames per second, supposedly. When on that, the video that I've seen of it so far just looks fuzzy, like it's just doing the 1080p like my SJ does, and interpolating pixels in between. So I turned it down to do a 1080p at 30 frames per second, just like my SJ cam. And this is a comparison of those two. So we'll see how it goes. I broke the audio on my SJ cam, trying to put an external mic into it. So I used my Cena to record audio on my phone. And as long as nobody calls me in the middle of anything, it's a great way to go about it. If somebody calls me, it messes up all my Bluetooth stuff, and the Cena still lets me take the phone call, but the recording app is worth what I paid for it when it comes to that. It doesn't continue to work. And the other cam has a mic built onto it. Still, I'm not going to open it up and break it. So it can't hear me. It can't hear my voice through the protective cover and all the wind and everything else. So it's just out there blowing in the wind. It's kind of funny people staring at me because I have two cameras on my head. Yeah, I'm a goofball. I'm going to look and see how easily license plates are readable from the two cameras, if there's any choppiness, graininess. I still plan on using both of them. Just in what role will be determined by how good each one is. The best one gets to stay on my helmet. The lesser one gets to get mounted to my bike somewhere for secondary shots. So yeah, I've still spent less than $100 on two cameras that do pretty high quality. Maybe not as high as a GoPro, I don't know. That's all subjective, to be honest with you. I think the people that spend that much money on GoPros, well, they're worth it, okay, yeah, they are high quality video, but is the video so high quality that it's worth paying 8 times as much? That's the hard part. That's what I don't, like I said, that's the subjective part. I realize my cameras are not as high quality as a GoPro, but is the quality good enough for the price? And that's the determination I made, that